Those watching the George Zimmerman murder trial from home heard very little from Zimmerman's parents besides their testimonies and knew practically nothing about the jurors deciding the case. But Monday night, ABC and CNN interviewed the people closest to the case, getting an inside look at this year's most highly publicized trial. Zimmerman's parents, Robert and Gladys, opened up to ABC's Barbara Walters about how their family will never be able to live a normal life, and if given the chance, what they would say to the parents of the late Trayvon Martin.
We are deeply sorry for this tragedy, deeply sorry, and we pray for that departed. We pray for Trayvon Martin.
CNN's Anderson Cooper sat down for an exclusive interview with juror B37, one of 6 women who acquitted Zimmerman of all charges. She gave her thoughts on the frightening 911 call and indicated there was some dissent within the jury.
Whose voice do you think it was in the 911 call?
I think it was George Zimmerman's.
Did everybody in the jury agree with that?
All but probably one.
The woman also said the testimony of John Good, a former neighbor of Zimmerman, helped shape her view of the events that ultimately led to Martin's death. Good testified he saw the 2 men fighting and that Martin was on top. And before the jury's last-minute question about manslaughter, juror B37 told Anderson Cooper the initial vote among the jurors was 3 for acquittal, 2 for manslaughter, and 1 for second-degree murder. Media Bistro reports the same woman who appeared on Anderson 360 also recently inked a book deal to tell her story. Juror B37 reportedly signed with literary agent and Martin Literary Management President Charlene Martin to give her account of the controversial case. Following Cooper's interview, Piers Morgan spoke to Rachel Jeantel, the young lady who was on the phone with Trayvon Martin before he was killed. Jeantel's testimony during the trial was described as confusing and hard to understand because of her speech. State Attorney Bernie De La Rianda even categorized Jeantel as not a very sophisticated person before appealing to the jury in his closing argument to take into account her whole message. But on Piers, she defended her late friend, who some called a wannabe thug.
He was a calm, chill, loving person, loved his family, definitely his mother.
Though the state's case against Zimmerman is over, the Department of Justice is still investigating the case and may bring civil rights charges against him. For Newsy, I'm Christian Bryant. Multiple sources, a broader view.